Let's talk about what happened over the weekend. You would think that CNN would know how to cover a story that happened in their own neighborhood. After all, their headquarters is in Atlanta. But Antifa decided that it would be a great idea to start making it impossible for the cops to open up a new academy, which was, by the way, was financed by their union. Didn't everyone want more training to reimagine police? So they're upgrading training, they're upgrading equipment in Atlanta. By the way, this is what the governor's going to be speaking about in his State of the State address, as Brian Kemp possibly keeps his eyes on national office, bigger than the one in Georgia. But as this violence ensues, we were astounded here at our various locations that people were not pointing out that Antifa, full of privileged white kids, were having these coordinated attacks with flashbangs, some with firearms, massive arrests, that people weren't calling it as they see it, pretending as if this wasn't bad as any unrest that we've seen over the last 4 or 5 years. And we were not the only ones. Listen to this outrageous guest on CNN, which is still technically a news network.
I think that there's a real blurring of the lines in the use of the word violence. You keep using these words, violent, 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 and it gives the impression, I mean, the only violence or the only acts of violence against people that I saw were actually police tackling protesters.
Okay, so you see in some of the, okay, so they broke, there was property damage, and a police car was set on fire and windows smashed. 6 protesters were charged in all, including for domestic terrorism. 2 of them are out on bond, 4 denied bond, a number of them not from Atlanta. But, and look right there. Okay, so that is not violent. You know who says that? One of the senior advisors to Stacey Abrams, Marissa Pyle, senior rapid response manager at the Stacey Abrams Fair Fight Action, said this regarding the comments. You cannot commit violence. Folks, this all comes down to what do you think violence is. She says you cannot commit violence against a window or a car. Killing a human, now that is violence. Shame on Atlanta's leaders who fall into the same tired path of protecting property while our people are being murdered by their police. So for her, the line is murder. You kill somebody, then you're in trouble. But just, blowing up a police car, that's not violence.
Yeah, Joe Rogan took issue with this, slamming the media for gaslighting these riots and acting as a propaganda department. Listen.
You're willing to overlook some awful on your side, and you're willing to exaggerate some on the other side. But everybody's on the same team, so you have to pretend these people lighting churches on fire aren't these people lighting schools on fire and lighting courthouses on fire. The mostly peaceful. Oh, it's mostly peaceful, Adam
Burning
Curry.
in the background.
I saw someone again say this because of what happened in Atlanta.
Yeah, the Cop City thing.
Yeah, and they were calling
literally
this
a cop car on fire.
Anyway, they were calling it mostly peaceful
In CNN's backyard. I know, it was fantastic.
You're not the propaganda department. You can't define things in a way to calm people down. That's not what your job is.
But
you're bull people. You're acting as a propagandist. Like it's not mostly peaceful when a car's on fire.
So not only are you not ignoring it, you're describing it. And the other thing, Dad, is most experts say the coordination shows this thing was rehearsed. So much to which they did, the way they acted, the way they communicated, shows an organization, not an idea. Antifa is as despicable as the Oath Keepers and the Proud Boys, but nobody wants to point that out. The FBI director comes out and goes, Antifa's more of an idea. No, they got stocking caps, coordination. They probably have monthly meetings and dues. Most of them, as you take their masks off, find out they're from privileged backgrounds, and their family must really be proud.
The governor of Georgia, Brian Kemp, put out a statement. He said his office will not tolerate unlawful crimes in the name of peaceful protest.
Yeah, Joe Rogan also went on to talk about how they just are shoving ideas down people's throats. And he said that's what tribal instinct is. And he said that's what he believes religion has always done. But he said if you flip it and you talk to an atheist, they believe so strongly, they're trying to shove it down your throat. So in a sense, it is their religion. They just don't have a deity. So I thought that was fascinating.
Absolutely. And one thing I will say about the Joe Rogan podcast, I don't generally listen to it. Whoever does the beeping on his show, actually, they don't beep. We
That's
do
us
for our
doing
show.
it.
Their finger must be worn out.
Okay, no, when Joe Rogan first came on the scene and everyone was talking about how good his podcasts are, I'm driving out to Long Island, my daughter's in her car seat in the back, and I started listening, and I'm like, oh my gosh, trying to find the controls.
Right.
I didn't realize that, it's not a family friendly. Yeah,
right?
No.
Growing up on the LIE with mom. I can't wait to see her children's book. I found out early it was okay to use the F word when I really mean something.
She was too young to even know what it
good.
was, but I
That's
quickly
good.
changed the channel.
Good idea.